you graduate high school, I assume.
Yeah. So I graduated high school. We actually moved to some random, and I was this girl living in Hawaii, ditching school for the beach every day. But we had to move away from my father. He started, actually, I'm very proud of him. He started a marijuana business, but my mom didn't want that happening around us as kids.
Didn't approve?
Yeah. So, and marijuana is actually really great for PTSD, actually, now that I think about it. But anyway, we moved away to some really small hick town in Ohio, near my mom's family, so we could finish high school there.
Wow. How about culture shock?
I know. So I made it 6 months there, and I was like, I can't do this. And as soon as I graduated high school, the day after, I went and moved in with my dad back to Hawaii. But I kind of had to take care of him. He definitely, the military, when they medicate you, they give you way too much, I think, than what you really need. So he started, he had addiction issues and just with the PTSD.
It's a common tale.
Yeah. So I moved in and basically took care of him for a year. And that's when I was like, okay, I need to change what I'm doing and join the military, because I can't take care of my dad forever and be a waitress. Like I was literally paying my bills.
That's what you were doing.
Yeah. So that kind of helped me grow up really quick though, and mature and realize, okay, stop wasting time. You're never going to be able to afford college like this. You need to go and join the military like your parents did. Yeah. So
you join the military, you're living in Hawaii. You join the military, you don't stay in Hawaii if you join the Army.
Nope. So
so again, culture shock, I'm sure. Tell us about that.
Oh man. Okay. So my mom ended up moving to Florida, getting away from Ohio. She could see that her kids didn't want to live in a small town like that. So she kind of moved away for us, hoping we would come back home, because my brother ended up moving to Hawaii too. We just missed it so much. Okay. So we both moved back with my mom. That's where I joined the Army and went to this thing called MEPS, where you just basically get in and do all the paperwork and everything. And yeah, it's a lot. But after that, I got stationed. I was supposed to be stationed in Korea. And I told my dad about it, and he knows the general of Hawaii, the commanding general of the Army in Hawaii. So he did a little email, and I come downstairs, and my sergeant at the time is like, Sergeant, you're actually, or I was a private at the time, you're going to Hawaii now. So my dad kind of threw his hand into my career, I feel like, but I respect it, and I'm very grateful that I ended up in Hawaii.
Okay, so I got a couple of questions here. One, you join the military, you go through MEPS, and then you wind up, there's boot camp.
Oh
right?
Yeah, I skipped all that. I'm sorry.
No, let's talk about
let's
that.
Go back.
And then I want to talk about the influence that dad had, and whether that you think that was a positive or negative thing. Don't answer that yet.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
But
anyway, but that's important stuff we need to talk about.
Yeah. So you show up there.
Yes.
I mean, were you ready?
No. I trained myself. So actually, I'm very proud of it. While I was in the Army, I had the highest physical training score out of the men and women.
No shit.
Out of my
Out of girl.
Yeah. So I had a lot of coins and awards for that. So I'm very proud of that. But I trained myself before I went to try to get in, because I was like, this is my only chance at a new life. So I'm going to work my ass off and be the best I can be. And I'm going to be taken seriously, even though I'm a blonde girl
from Hawaii.
Yeah.
Right. And there might've been, let me ask you, I mean, was there like, look, my parents are military. Obviously, you're probably going, I got to make, you said, like, I have to make my parents proud, right?
Yeah.
But was there pressure there as well? Or were you feeling like when you were there that you might have been looked at differently because of that?
Both. I was pressured just because of what my dad did for America. I was like, okay, I have to make him proud. And then also, I'm a blonde. I'm not very book smart. I mean, if I applied myself, I could be, but
coming into that situation, yeah, I got you.
So I just wanted to be taken seriously. I didn't want to be shit on in the military, basically. And my dad told me, he's like, just play the game. Like, just don't speak, don't cause attention to yourself, and then you'll go far. And
just do the work.
Yeah.
Do the work.
And be the best that you can be at whatever you do.
So, which is the motto.
Yeah.
Right? So you're training to get ready for that. So
I just ran every day, did push-ups and sit-ups, whatever the physical training thing or physical training requirements were. I was like, I'm going to exceed it just in case. So when I get there, I'm extra prepared. So I made sure I was out pushing the standard and out sit-upping and out running the standard. So when I did arrive, they were like, holy shit, this girl can fucking run.
So this work ethic starts early, in terms of your military career.
It's, motivation. I think anyone who kind of comes from like a a place and they're like, okay, I need to get out of this. They're motivated to work hard and bust their ass to get what they want.
You just hadn't been in that situation until you had to go back and take care of your dad.
Yeah, that's what it took for me to, and my parents splitting. That was honestly a blessing in disguise for all of us, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
My parents are very happy apart too, so it worked out.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean,
so I went in and there was a point where you had to choose your career in the military. And my mom and dad, my dad actually flew out and came with me to MEPS to help make sure no one tried to screw me over and give me a cooking job.
This is so important. Like I hear this advice all the time being given, to young people getting in. Like you need to take an advocate with you. Yeah. To make sure.
Maybe a veteran or
somebody that gets it. Yeah, I've heard this a lot.
And they just want to fill slots. Honestly, I'm never gonna trash talk the military. The military is the best thing I've ever done in my life. It literally saved my life. But a lot of people who are recruiters, they get paid based on how many people they can bring into the military. Right. So they just want to fill slots, and the Army is like, well, we need more cooks. So they're like, okay, well, these are the only jobs available. That's not true. Right. Like, you guys are full of shit. That's not. So my parents came, and I didn't know that at the time until I got in and learned, So they came, and the sergeant there was like, you could be the first combat engineer in the Army, the first female combat engineer, and we'll give you a $20,000 bonus.
What does a combat engineer in the Army do, Kayley?
They are in the field 24/7 eating shit, basically, right. Yes, in the rain. And my mom was like, you want to go to college, right? She's like, you need a admin job. Like, that sounds really lame, and we know you like physical training and to push yourself, but if you want to go to school part-time and knock out your degree while you're in, you need an admin job, like somewhere you're working at a desk, set hours.
Right. They're treating this like a business. You should be treating it like a business too.
Yeah. So my dad kind of pressured the sergeant to show us that there were way more jobs available.
Define pressure.
The doors were closed and I had to leave, but I went in and he was very confident that there were other jobs all of a sudden.
I love that shit. All buttoned up.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, so I go in and he's like, well, we have a human resource job. And I remember I was so sad. I just wanted to make my dad proud and do something different. So, but my dad even was like, you'll be dumb if you don't take that job. Like, that's the bread and butter of the Army. You'll be able to see all the open assignments. You can see basically all the admin on anyone in the military. So, and I'll have time for school. So I just trusted him and I took the job and I'm so thankful I did.